Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business, and this is season 4 of Women Live TV, content created by women for women. That's right, everyone. You heard me. Season 4 of Women Live TV.
I basically keep the IRS off your ASS so you can live tax-free and happy.
I am the owner of the Dazzle Diva collection, where I get the opportunity to dazzle women and men for less.
Everything we have learned is from my grandmother.
I'm a veteran who was raised by another veteran.
Southern girl, just trying to do something different, do something better for myself and my family.
We are the only African American or woman-owned business that does what we do.
You can find us on Amazon Prime, Amazon TV, all YouTube channels, as well as social media. Welcome to another episode of Women Live TV. We are in season 4, and I am your host, Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business. And you heard me right again, season 4, and we are so excited. We have the distinct pleasure of having Yvette Best of Best Tax Solutions, LLC, out of Fayetteville, Georgia, with us today. Yvette, welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me here again. I am so honored. I thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yvette, you know, this is your second time on Women Live TV. When we did your interview and we released it on, I believe, last year, you had so much reaction to, oh my God, this woman is really skilled at what she knows. I want to talk a little bit about how did you prepare to become as educated as you are in this space of taxes? First of all, tell us a little bit again, if they did not catch you, who's Yvette Best?
Well, I am Yvette D. Best, the IRS problem solver. I basically keep the IRS off your ASS so you can live tax-free and happy. I take great pride in that, but that always wasn't the path. Most people do not know that I had a real, they'll have to say real job, but I had a corporate job.
Yeah.
I first started off, I always worked with numbers. So I was a financial analyst. I became a senior financial analyst and then a controller. I was a controller for a $10 million budget. My boss at that time got a promotion and came to Atlanta. And then, he said, hey, I'm going to bring you to Atlanta. And usually that's what your boss tells you when you're never going to see him again.
Yeah. But
actually, like 18 months later, 2011, say, hey, that I have a job for you. We're going to be having $20 million budget, come to Atlanta. So all of our jobs at that time was by projects. So our project was the plane train at the airport for the city of Atlanta. Okay. We just do the operations and maintenance of this. But the whole time from 2006, I started working at a company in 2003. 2006 is when I started the tax company, and they was just running parallel to each other. But then in 2016, when I wrote the book, Maximizing Your Tax Refund, the book actually just took a life of itself.
Tell me what that means.
Well, I wrote the book to help people who were using TurboTax do better on their taxes. Because I was a fan, like, okay, they could use TurboTax. I'm really a business accountant. People who are individuals, you have one W-2, you'll be fine to use TurboTax. But then they used to get what I call the magic white letter in the summer. Something went wrong with the returns.
Something from the IRS that nobody wants.
They didn't know what they were doing. And then I came to find out they really was using the system, but didn't know what they were doing with the system.
Yeah.
I even went on TurboTax and did a return, and I found out, oh, you do need to have a little bit of tax knowledge just to walk through these questions. It's not just yes or no.
Right.
So I wrote the book to help them, like, okay, when you go through the system and do this, here's the credits that are actually available to you. Here's the phase out period. And then they read the book and said, okay, we're going to go to the event and get our taxes done instead.
So if I hear you correctly, you wrote the book to help individuals because your target market was businesses, not necessarily individuals and families. But instead, they said, well, hold on. She's very knowledgeable. So instead of me doing this, I want to utilize her. So talk a little bit about what that looks like.
So when that happened, like I was literally taking vacation from my corporate job, going on book tours. And then after that, I wrote like 3 other books right behind that in 17. So yeah, I finally just made myself unemployable. Like I just was like, okay, 6 weeks vacation is not going to be enough for me to do what I want to do and do this. So I had to go full time into business.
And it's not that you became unemployable. It just means you transitioned to really become your own boss.
Yes. And it's really a good thing because this last 6 years, like leap and bounds, just, I'm gonna say mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, I probably 10x'd what I probably had
Wow.
from my corporate.
And that's something. So basically there is no limit.
Yes, it really isn't.
Going into this entrepreneurship thing, especially if you know what you're talking about.
Yes, but it's not for the weak. But people need to know, even when I had my corporate job, minimally, I was doing 100 hours of continuing education because I was dedicated to the tax space.
And see, that's the part that I want you to talk about. So that's what I asked you. How did you become so knowledgeable? So not only were you working in that space, but you continually educate yourself. And it doesn't matter what type of business you're in, but especially if you're dealing with the tax laws and entrepreneurs, you want to know what you're talking about. So tell us why you feel it's necessary.
Okay, for accountants, so there is no degree for preparing taxes. Usually people will just get a P10, they may take a course at H&R Block, but that's just the minimum. Minimum for me, if you're preparing individual returns, you should at least be part of the annual filing season program given by the IRS, which means you took in at least 18 hours of continuing education. You have taken, they have an exam that you take to say that, you know some of the tax law, and you get on the IRS database. So you're able to look up their names and see them there and see the credential.
But Yvette, let me
That's
say
minimum.
this. Right. You go above and beyond.
Me now.
I want to know why you do that.
Because first of all, I love tax law. I love numbers.
You heard it here first.
I love numbers.
Loves tax laws.
I love tax law.
Yeah.
I love what the IRS tax code can do for businesses because it is unlimited. Like this, all of the credits and things that they give for businesses, you can build wealth from it. So of course I'm going to learn that and teach it, but in layman's terms so people can apply it.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that by having a business, you can pay your family, still keep that money within your circle of influence and build a legacy. Because one thing a job can't do, you can't pass that job down to your kids.
Right.
So you want to have some type of business, real estate, something in your circle of influence. So with that, it's like for me, minimum was at one time I was like, well, I usually feel I go on vacation for myself 80 hours a year. So I first committed to doing 80 hours a year of continuing education. Then I was doing so I just said minimally it's going to be 100 hours, but I pretty much do 150, 200. It's way over 100 a year.
So let me just say this. So I know you guys do the CE credit because you've literally broke it down because you're a numbers person. You're not just saying, well, we're going to go on vacation once a quarter or twice a quarter. You've broken it down by hour. Only a tax professional will do that. But let me say this. What I'm hearing you say, and I want to go just a little bit deeper, is you want to help people understand the benefits of knowing how to utilize this tax system in the U.S. so that they can build wealth. Is that a personal thing for you?
Yes, because I have done it. Because I have done it.
Did you come from humble beginnings? Talk about what that means.
As you can hear from my voice, I'm not from Georgia. I'm from the Bronx.
Absolutely.
A housing project in the Bronx. But I had entrepreneurs in my family, but the entrepreneurs in my family, it wasn't glamorous to be an entrepreneur because they was working all the time.
Yeah.
And I remember like, I'm an employee and I make good money, but I'm off on the weekends and I got vacation. When I'm here, y'all still working on Saturdays and Sundays. It did not make it look like it was a glamorous thing.
Yeah.
So my job, I felt, was like, how can I become an entrepreneur that's still doing all the things
that you
and
like
I
to
can
do?
show them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, wow, Yvette's going on vacation during tax season. Yes. And I can show you how to do that because you have a calendar.
Absolutely.
Block it off because you're making your own time.
Absolutely.
And much as you may feel like clients will say they want to do their taxes, a lot of them want to wait. Like, I'll call clients, they'll be like, oh, Yvette, I'm getting ready to go to Dubai for 3 weeks. Just put me on extension. Okay, well, you know what? When you was on extension, I decided to take off the summer and go to tax school. We'll see you in August. They're fine with that.
Right.
So sometimes you don't have to think as an entrepreneur, especially in a tax space, oh, if I don't do their taxes by April, they're going to go to somebody else. Sometimes your tax clients are not thinking about you. They going on vacation like you going on vacation.
Right.
So also just for me being financially fit, because I just said, hey, I am somebody who came from humble beginnings. I had houses. This was my 4th house when I came here to Georgia, but I bought the house in 2012.
Yeah.
I paid off that house in 2017 because that was the catalyst for me to go full-time in my business. I was like, I'm not going full-time in my business with a mortgage. I'm going to get this mortgage paid off. So I started pacing myself.
Right.
And I said, if I can do this, I can teach it to somebody else.
Absolutely.
I don't want someone to feel like, well, I only made 50, 60,000. I will never be debt free. It's just, you have to be able to sacrifice a little and put in time. I just tell people, give me, yes. I tell people too, just give me 36 to 48 months for you to live the life you want to live for the rest of your life. Can you give me that?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And that's, now for me, that's not even part of taxes. That's just working with me because I want my clients to be like, dude, who would want to be the accountant? I'm over here with all the things. You don't have all the things, and then I don't give all of those things to you.
Right. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you talk about humble beginnings, coming from the Bronx. And you didn't see that entrepreneurship was a glamorous thing. It's so interesting today because I do feel that they do make entrepreneurship more glamorous than it actually is. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
I think they make the entrepreneurship look glamorous from the beginning, and it's not like that. I always tell everybody the only place that success becomes before work is in the dictionary. You have to work. You can't just, I know the internet makes it seem like they're going on trips every day. No, they not. Mm-hmm. They not showing you, they went on trips, but while they was on the trips, they were working at night.
Right.
They not showing you that part. I mean, it's even times when I go on vacation, I may have to do something. It might be one day of the 15 days I'm on vacation, but still I had to do some work.
Right.
So you need to know that, entrepreneurship is not for the weak.
Absolutely.
It's not just, because it's not only, especially if you go into it still having personal debt, because now you have to make money for the business. And you also have to make money for the personal. Mm-hmm. You also have to you may have a personal fund, but you also have to have a business fund put away for emergencies. That's why smart. A lot of companies did bad during the pandemic because they had no contingency at all for the business. None. So even this year for my clients, I pushed them into a 52-week money challenge. So you always hear about saving the money, and it was all personal. They were going on vacations and doing all this thing. No, I want to have you save money and put a contingency away in case something goes wrong with the business.
Absolutely. And I know your target market, so you deal with businesses, but you also deal with real estate professionals.
Yes.
And you want to deal more with the travel side.
Yes.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So for me, I love to travel. So I just attract travel agents.
Yeah.
It's travel agents, insurance agents, and real estate agents that I don't know, my beacon is on. I like them. They
They're
like me.
attracted to you, right?
But really, it's those three industries
Yeah.
where a person has made a lot of 1099 income and they have spent it. So I get the real estate person who has, Yvette, I just got this 1099 for $100,000. Okay, so how much money did you pay for taxes? Who? What? What money? I spent it.
Oh my
Let me show you the
goodness.
brand new car I just bought. They didn't realize that when they got the 1099, there were no taxes taken out. They didn't know they had the tax plan for it. And I see that in those three spaces. So, and maybe because it's intertwined, well, the real estate agent may own other real estate property or the travel agent may have an Airbnb. I just think that and the insurance person is insuring all of their things.
Absolutely.
So I think those three industries work together. So, and then they just are attracted to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm showing them, hey, you can, and I don't like to use the word soft life. You can just have an entrepreneurial life where you are going places with your business and you can go on day dates and go down to Miami and spend a day. You can fly out and go to Costa Rica for a week, but still be online and doing what you need to do.
Right.
You don't need to
Just
be home.
dedicate a certain portion of it to business.
That's a tax write-off.
Absolutely.
Yes. But you know, I'm the queen of business travel.
Absolutely. You know, and it's so interesting because we're trying to implement that within the organization this year and put some travel in place and of course include the business. But you're setting up your clients for a wealth strategy. Now, are you still working with individuals and families?
I do. I mean, well, most of my business owners have families.
Yeah.
I work with individuals who have rental income. Like most of them will have something like they're doing cryptocurrency or they're doing something passive. Okay, so I will be clear with you. A person who has a W-2 job and they don't have anything off, they work, they have a W-2, one W-2.
Just be real with us.
I am going to tell you to use TurboTax or any online tax preparation service because of the fact, one, there's nothing in tax law to help you.
Yeah.
Except if you have children.
And it's so funny that you say that. And, we've talked about this before, but people don't understand that part. If you are only a W-2 employee, you are not maximizing the tax law in the United States of America.
Not at all. And then I tell people, even if you're self-employed, you're being taxed twice. Because if you don't change your entity to a S corporation or a C corporation, you're now still paying ordinary taxes on that income, and then you're paying self-employment taxes on that income. And together, that tax, both of them being taxed, you're paying taxes twice. And they're like, well, why are you not on payroll? Like someone making $250,000, but they're using the Schedule C form in their personal return with no benefit. Maybe that the net profit is at $100,000. That's another additional $15,300 in taxes that they're going to pay that you can't get away from doing any type of credits.
Yvette, we have to have a whole season for you. Literally, because you are one person that when we start talking, it never stops because there's so much information. You are literally a wealth of information when it comes to this tax space and this wealth building space. And I think it's just important. So I do want to give you an opportunity to talk about the books that people can access if they cannot hire you. And how do they reach you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone who would like to reach me, any of the social media platforms besides Twitter, because I'm not there, is at Yvette Knows Best. And you can see me on TikTok, you can see me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. But Amazon is where all my books are: Maximizing Your Tax Refund, Master Your Small Business Taxes, The Benefits of Becoming an LLC, and Owe the IRS, a book that tells you if you owe the IRS what your options are. That is the place where you can reach me. We also give a free tax talk. You can call our office at 770-461-4829. Just ask them for a free tax chat. It's 10 minutes and we don't talk about strategy, but we can at least let you know if we could work together. We let you know our services. We let you know how we can help you. And again, if you are an individual with one W-2, I'm probably going to tell you why, instead of me doing your taxes, let's talk strategy.
Yeah.
That's where your money would be better spent with me. Let me teach you how to do something or put something into your life that's going to change what you could do with the tax code.
Again, always a pleasure. It has been, again, another episode of Women Live TV. I am Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business. Thank you.
Magazine release party today at Pure Zen, that's in McDonough. In addition to that, she's going to launch her personal brand.
Sylvia, you look flawless on your cover, honey. I love it. It is definitely delicious.
We're here to celebrate the amazing, great Sylvia the Advocate. I want to congratulate her for her magazine cover for Southern Crescent Women in Business magazine reveal.
We are having a good time here at Sylvia's magazine launch party.
I am the woman that I am today by watching her. So here's to you, sis.
Oh, I think she looks fabulous in it. That particular dress had to be very fitted in order for it to look right. It would not have draped properly if it hadn't.
I did her makeup for a magazine cover and a photo shoot, so I'm very excited to see the reveal.
We are just so appreciative to her and her advocacy work for caregivers all over the world.
I am so excited and happy for Sylvia. I've been knowing her for several years. I'm just here to celebrate her and her journey and everything that she's doing tonight.
We have been in this organization for several years, and I just love her. I love her energy, and I also love the passion that she has for what she does.
I just want to tell her congratulations, and may she excel in strength and to do whatever she's doing, and may God continue to bless and keep her.
Extreme Fun on Wheels Atlanta is a unique and exciting entertainment experience that offers a variety of activities for all ages. They provide an innovative approach to traditional party events by bringing the fun right to your doorstep. Extreme Fun on Wheels offers a range of services, including laser tag, video game trucks, tailgating, party bus, and much more. Their team highly experienced in creating memorable experiences for all types of events, including birthday parties, corporate events, and team building activities. With their state-of-the-art equipment and experienced team, they provide an unparalleled level of fun and excitement that will leave their guests talking about their experience long after the event is over. Whether you're looking for something unique for your child's birthday party or a fun-filled activity for your office retreat, Extreme Fun on Wheels Atlanta has got you covered. They are committed to providing exceptional service and delivering unforgettable experiences that will leave everyone wanting more.
Are you worried about tax time? Are you concerned you're not getting or keeping what's rightfully yours? You work hard for your money, whether you're an employee or you run your own business. So it's vital to make sure your money works hard for you. That's why, when it comes to tax time, you need the services of a qualified accountant who can make sure the tax balance will go in your favor. Our staff are not only qualified to deal with even the most complex tax situations, they are also competent and professional and doggedly determined to ensure you receive everything you're entitled to, down to the last penny. So when it comes to tax time, you don't have to go it alone against the tax man, because when we're on your side, you can be sure your financial affairs are in good hands. For complete peace of mind at tax time, contact us today.
Hi, everyone. I am Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business, and this is season 4 of Women Live TV, content created by women for women. That's right, everyone. You heard me. Season 4 of Women Live TV.
I basically keep the IRS off your ASS so you can live tax-free and happy.
I am the owner of the Dazzle Diva Collection, where I get the opportunity to dazzle women and men for less.
Everything we have learned is from my grandmother.
I'm a veteran who was raised by another veteran.
Southern girl, just trying to do something different, do something better for myself and my family.
We are the only African American or woman-owned business that does what we do.
You can find us on Amazon Prime, Amazon TV, all YouTube channels, as well as social media. Welcome to another season of Women Live TV. I am Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business, and we are in season 4 of Women Live TV, and we are so excited to have Miss Monique Gibson. Monique, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So Monique, what is the name of your business?
It's Our Rising Angels Personal Care Home.
Now, what exactly does Our Rising Angels do?
We specialize in adults with dementia and Alzheimer's. We help them cope with their independence, kind of keep them active on their everyday race. Coloring, knitting, painting, field trips. And now we're trying to take them outside and do a little bit of gardening.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So let me just understand, who exactly is that target market? Are they seniors? Are they anyone who needs assistance with personal care? Who's your target?
Our target market is senior citizens.
Okay.
Typically over the age of 50, but we don't specialize in ages. So
Okay.
anyone with dementia or Alzheimer's, we pretty much help them cope with their, their everyday ADLs.
And where are you located?
We're in Jonesboro, Georgia.
All right. And how long have you been in business?
We've been in business now a little over 2.5 years.
And what got you started in this space? Because that's a hard space to be in.
Yes, it is. My grandmother, she helped, form Our Rising Angels. She started it originally in Charleston, South Carolina. So she started feeding individuals and taking care of them, bringing them in. And as a matron of the family, we pretty much just kind of follow her lead. So I relocated here in Atlanta, Georgia, back in 2001.
Okay.
And attended Gupton Jones Mortuary College. We did that for quite a few times, and then now we're on the personal care home level, where we want to be more hands-on with our residents.
Wow. So I know when I think we had a meeting, and you said, I just lost a patient, and I was just getting her ready. So now I understand, because you had a mortuary background as well.
Yes.
How does that weigh on you to be able to be in this space to deal with individuals, one, that have this issue with Alzheimer's, dementia, but then you're also in that space where you may be in your organization, maybe the last point between them and before they go on to another port. If you believe in eternal life, you believe in the afterlife, whatever your, what does that mean for you?
Well, that relationship with my residents and my staff members and myself is very, very, very family oriented. When you love what you do, it doesn't consider to be work.
Right.
I love what I do, and with my family members, I get them involved with the process. As their loved ones are coming in, I reassure them that, hey, this is my grandmother, this is my mother, this is my father, so we kind of engage with them and let them know it's going to be okay.
Yeah. But does that not take an emotional toll on you?
Yes, it
to be
does.
that connected to your patient?
It's an everyday thing, so it's almost like you can't turn it on and turn it off. It's very emotional, but I love what I do. And you have to just pull them on in. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to even put your loved ones in a personal care home.
Right.
You know, so.
Because they have to be trusting.
Exactly. So we reassure them every day, you know, hey, Miss Mary's doing real good today. Miss Mary isn't feeling well today. Do you mind bringing Miss Mary, you know, something to, you know, lift her day?
Yeah.
Something. So it's very hands-on, but we love what we do. And some days we have our good days, sometimes we have our bad days.
Yeah.
But we love what we do.
And you got into this space because of your grandmother. So, and you know, I mentioned this in another episode because I heard a press conference with Dr. King's daughter, and she said, you know, I don't have to create a legacy. I was born into a legacy. I was like, oh my goodness, that is so powerful. And, you know, I'm just like, you know, that is so good, but it sounds like that's what you're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
So not necessarily born, because I mean, she may have started this, but you're taking on something that she created.
Yes.
And you've expanded that.
Yes, absolutely.
What does that mean for those that are coming behind you? You know, your family, your kids. How do you want them to continue to grow that?
I want them to do everything in love. I want them to embrace their neighbors. We don't do enough of that today. I want them to know that money.
Well, you know, you know, we're in a different space now because it is true.
Yes.
You know, you could at one point know you knew everybody on your street.
There you go.
You could send your kids outside and not have to worry.
Right out, because someone's going to report to grandmother or someone.
Right.
You know, so it's very, very, you know, a loving family, and you know, we love what we do, and it's almost like I want to kind of change, you know, this industry. Help your next.
In what way?
Well, let's help each other more. I want to help each other more, and in case, say, if we have room for individual that, you know, need placement, or someone else has a room that's not, you know, that's not available, let's help our neighbors out. You know, word of mouth.
So are you saying working with other personal care homes?
Other personal care home, other agencies. Okay. Let's kind of word of mouth, let's spread the love. Kind of help each other in our time of need. Whatever that case may have been, let's help each other out in our time of need. Let's come together, unity, and help each other.
Now, are you seeing, because you get your referrals in different ways, so you deal sometimes directly with the hospitals, are you seeing more people need this type of care? Like more. What's happening that they're needing more personal care?
So our personal care homes are in high demands now because the nursing homes they're overstaffed with residents and staff members, but the care is not there. It's the one-on-one care that makes it so personal.
Got it.
You know, if say sometimes you may wake up and you're not feeling well. Well, we have 15 or 20 other patients. We can't just tend to just one. But on a personal care home level, we're more
That's the difference.
Yes, that's the difference. That's the difference.
So the personal care home offers the personal touch versus like the nursing homes that we're all familiar with.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so that's the difference. I wasn't aware of that.
Yes.
And so you're seeing that more people are opting into the personal care space because
they want that one-on-one.
They need that care.
They need it. It's in high demand. Very high demand, yes.
Now, how do you work with the population before getting to that space? Because, people are living longer, but I'm not sure that they are saving more or even have policies in place like those long-term health care plans. Are you working with like maybe even insurance companies, other entities to say, hey, in order to be comfortable when you get to a certain space in life, these are some things that you may need to be doing.
Right. We're in the process of working with different insurance companies, trying to elevate, our standards when it comes to bringing in our loved ones. How do we reassure them that they're going to be okay as far as finances goes.
Right.
You know, put different plans in place to where, you know, we can make it easy on the family. You know, so
y'all are providing financial options.
Yes, we are. We're in the process of, you know, trying to, you know, doing more.
Do you think we need to do a better job at talking about long-term health care?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's a number one option for me. Number one option, yes.
Yeah. And so, do you have a plan to expand that conversation?
Yes, it's coming very soon, yes. We're going to long-term care, different attorney offices, and we're going to talk to the family members. You know, what are our plans on making sure that we know we are comfortable with mom and dad for the next couple of years.
Right. Right. So tell us a little bit about your background. Now I'm hearing a little bit of an accent, and you said your grandma was from Charleston.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about, because this is your first time on this couch.
Yes.
So where are you from?
I am from South Carolina. It's called King Street, South Carolina, Winsburg County. Little teeny. But we're I've been here now since 2001.
Okay.
I attended Gupton Jones Mortuary College when I first attended. So we work with different funeral homes. And it's almost like four or 5 years now. So after the 5th year, you know, working the mortuary field, we decided to just go forward with the personal care home.
But I want to know about you.
Well, I'm from South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina, and I graduated, you know, early 2000s.
Okay.
So
you young. You baby. Go ahead.
I am married. I am happily married. We have 3 kids together, and we adopted 3 additional children.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, and we have been pretty much just trying to just feed the world.
Okay.
So, you know,
that's a big task now. Okay.
So,
how old are your children?
My oldest is 19. She's in the Marines. And then we have, and then we have a set of twins, boys and girls, Harriet and Aubrey.
Okay.
And we adopted 3 additional babies out of foster care.
Wow.
To give them a forever home. Give them a second chance.
So when you say you're living and breathing. Come on and come home.
Yes, come home.
I'm creating a home for foster kids. I'm creating a home for, you know, dementia. Does that come from your grandmother?
Absolutely.
Is that because that's what she taught you guys?
She never met a stranger.
That's
never,
good.
Ever. Whenever you walk in that front door, you had a meal on this table.
Because that's old school now. You know, let's be real.
And that's exactly what we're doing today.
Yeah.
So when you walk in that door, you have a hot, fresh meal on that table. No matter who you are, there's a hot meal on that table for you. You have a bed in the back to sleep on.
Now, is your grandmother from South Carolina?
She was. She's from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Okay.
Grandmother, she did it all.
Yeah.
And everything we have learned is from my grandmother. She raised 10 children. We never, ever wanted for anything.
Ain't that something? Now, I would be remiss if I don't mention that I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. It's something about those South Carolina women. Those Carolina women is what we call them. You know, it's just, you know, you do what you got to do. You take care of those. Absolutely. Yes. That is amazing. So you're building on her legacy. What's your legacy going to look like?
My legacy is going to look like, you know, I want a assisted living facility.
Yep. She's looking because we've been in conversation with some babes. Yes. I know you want to expand. You can let the people know.
Looking to get a facility.
Yep.
At least 48 beds. We can't meet any strangers at all. Anyone that walk in that door is considered family.
Yeah. Now, tell me this. Your territory, or the people that you serve, what counties are you guys touching?
So right now we're touching Clayton County, DeKalb County, Henry County, and Fayette County.
Okay.
And we're working our way up, but right now we're targeting on those, you know, Clayton, Henry, Fayette,
and where most of the people that are coming to you come from which county?
They're coming from Fayette County.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so okay. Fayette County.
Okay. And so you want this 48-bed facility. Talk about that.
My vision is to have a 48-bed facility.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's and dementia. But I also want to set aside where we can have adult daycare, you know, all under one building, adult daycare, respite.
Yeah.
To give the family members breaks when they want a break from their loved ones. Maybe you want to travel.
Yeah.
But grandma's not able to travel. Well, bring her on to Our Rising Angels.
Yeah.
We'll take care of grandma till you come back.
Where'd you get Our Rising Angels name from?
So my grandmother. My grandmother.
Do we need some tissue? Go ahead. Keep going. Go ahead.
She pretty much, before she passed away, February the 2nd, 2007, she sat in this one chair and looked out this window. She kept saying the angels are out there playing. And
That's
we're
when
saying-
you know they transitioning. Yep.
And we're like, grandmother, what angels? What are you talking about, grandma?
Yep.
She said, those little white, fluffy little babies out there. They're just hopping around, playing, having a good time. And she sat back in her chair and crossed her hands, and she said, those angels are starting to rise now. I said, rising angels, Grandma? She said, look at those babies out there rising. I said, okay, grandmother. So
see, yeah, keep going.
And we're all looking outside the window like, what angel, what babies are you seeing? What little fluffy babies? We looked, and she kept saying that they're rising now.
Yeah.
She said, baby, go get me a bottle of water. I walked out the house, went around the back because, those houses back then,
yeah,
the bathroom and kitchen was on the back side of the house.
Right.
So I walked out the back door to go get her a bottle of water. When I returned, 2 minutes, she rised up.
Wow. So I have been in a space, and people that are from Charleston, we have a unique culture, period. I mean, we just do. We're it's historic, we have the Gullah, the Geechees.
Yes,
we have our own thing going on that most people don't understand if they're not from that area. But we also know that when they start transitioning and they start seeing things, typically we already know.
There's no way around it.
So that's how you got the name.
Yes, Our Rising Angels. It's in memory of my grandmother. And every patient that walked through that door, thank you. Thank you. Every patient that walks through that door, they're our angels. No matter what diagnosis, what age.
Yeah.
That's one of our angels. And to reach the family even more, when that individual decide to transition, we plant a flower, a plant in the front yard of in their memory.
Oh, that's nice.
The family comes back and kind of look at the flower, take pictures and everything. But that's what we do for every patient that comes in there and they transition. We plant a flower in their name.
That is really, really, really awesome, Monique. Tell everyone how, because I know you get your referrals, but if it's a family that's looking for, a space, tell them, how do they reach you, and what's the process?
Yes, so we can be found on Facebook under Our Rising Angels Personal Care Home, and we're on Instagram under Our Rising Angels Personal Care Home as well.
It has been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you.
I might listen. This is like, whew, y'all bringing it today. It's been absolutely an amazing opportunity to sit with you, sit with all of the ladies that have been on this season of Women Live TV. Again, I am Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business. This has been another season 4 of Women Live TV. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Magazine release party today at Pure Zen, that's in McDonough. In addition to that, she's gonna launch her personal brand.
Sylvia, you look flawless on your cover, honey. I love it. It is definitely delicious.
We're here to celebrate the amazing, great Sylvia the Advocate. I want to congratulate her for her magazine cover for Southern Crescent Women in Business Magazine Reveal.
We are having a good time here at Sylvia's magazine launch party.
I am the woman that I am today by watching her. So here's to you, sis.
Oh, I think she looks fabulous in it. That particular dress had to be very fitted in order for it to look right. It would not have draped properly if it hadn't.
I did her makeup for a magazine cotton and a photo shoot, so I'm very excited to see the reveal.
We are just so appreciative to her and her advocacy work for caregivers all over the world.
I am so excited and happy for Sylvia. I've been knowing her for several years. I'm just here to celebrate her and her journey and everything that she's doing tonight.
We have been in this organization for several years, and I just love her. I love her energy, and I also love the passion that she has for what she does.
I just want to tell her congratulations, and may she excel in strength and to do whatever she's doing, and may God continue to bless and keep her.
Extreme Fun on Wheels Atlanta is a unique and exciting entertainment experience that offers a variety of activities for all ages. They provide an innovative approach to traditional party events by bringing the fun right to your doorstep. Extreme Fun on Wheels offers a range of services, including laser tag, video game trucks, tailgating, party bus, and much more. Their team highly experienced in creating memorable experiences for all types of events, including birthday parties, corporate events, and team building activities. With their state-of-the-art equipment and experienced team, they provide an unparalleled level of fun and excitement that will leave their guests talking about their experience long after the event is over. Whether you're looking for something unique for your child's birthday party or a fun-filled activity for your office retreat, Extreme Fun on Wheels Atlanta has got you covered. They are committed to providing exceptional service and delivering unforgettable experiences that will leave everyone wanting more.
Are you worried about tax time? Are you concerned you're not getting or keeping what's rightfully yours? You work hard for your money, whether you're an employee or you run your own business. So it's vital to make sure your money works hard for you. That's why, when it comes to tax time, you need the services of a qualified accountant who can make sure the tax balance will go in your favor. Our staff are not only qualified to deal with even the most complex tax situations, they are also competent and professional and doggedly determined to ensure you receive everything you're entitled to, down to the last penny. So when it comes to tax time, you don't have to go it alone against the tax man, because when we're on your side, you can be sure your financial affairs are in good hands. For complete peace of mind at tax time, contact us today